All right, so I did a video last week about ComfyUI, about the EXE versus the portable. So, little good turnout on there, almost 1,000 views on it, and a few questions. So, a lot of newbies, a lot of new people that are coming to AI or wanting to learn AI, they're kind of in a sense late to the game because there's so many videos out there, and now people are producing videos with AI to teach AI, which to me is this retarded. A lot of people don't go through because they don't have the patience to go back through the first steps that you need to do. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do in this video here. I'm going to tit tat on a couple of basic things. I'm going to try to keep the video 10 to 15 minutes long. I'm going to try not to be too long in the video, but I'm going to show you some good starting points for you to learn. All right, I got 3 websites up that is gonna be literally can be your bread and butter for all this. So, first one is going to be, um, Hugging Face. You need to go ahead and make you a Hugging Face account. Hugging Face, you can also buy, spaces on other people's hardware if they're using, like the A66 or A6000 NVIDIA card, and you can actually get a lot better images off of here for pennies on the dollar. So you can also do this as well. I've never done it, so I don't know how it all works. So don't ask that in the comments, please. I don't know. I will explain a few things. So you got your billion parameters. So one of the comments I did have was, how do we know about our video card? So I have a 4090 with 24 gigs of VRAM. I got 96 gigs of desktop RAM on my system, 2 terabyte hard drives. We're going to talk about the billion parameters, and I want you to think of it in terms of candy and money is what we're going to actually do. We're going to deal with candy and money. So say you have $10 to go into a store and buy candy. You got $10, you can go buy that candy, right? So you can get X amount of candies for that $10. Well, what if I gave you $100 to go into that store to buy some candy? You can get X amount of more candy for that. Well, what if I gave you $1,000? That store is not going to have enough different candies. Now you can go beyond that store and start going to other stores and grabbing candy from it, as long as they accept that currency, right? And as long as they accept the money. So try to keep it very simple for you. Well, now you're thinking about billion parameters here. So if something is built on a 1 billion parameter, that means 1 billion information bits. Okay, so anyone who shares data, I don't care if it's a movie actor, I don't care if it's a singer, whatever it is, any point in time in their career or everyone's life, we all have a digital footprint today's day and age in 2025. So what happens is all that data is being pushed out into the internet. So if Yahoo and all these different sites allow data to be shared, okay, it's able to pull little bits here. So again, think of it as in candy. So if I gave you $1 billion to buy candy, are you just going to go just to your local Walmart and buy up all their candy and be done? Or are you going to go there? You're going to go to, all your other local stores, your Costco's and everywhere else, and start buying up all the candy. Well, you're going to get to a certain point where you need to go outside that, which means you're going to have to go get different candies from different states in the United States. That means you're going to have to go to different countries. You're going to have to start grabbing more and more and more. So the bigger the number of the parameter, the bigger it's able to learn off of. So if you have something that's a 30 billion parameter, then that means it is learning off of that. Okay, it's taking that much information that it's able to use. So some people allow that information to be used. So like the Pentagon here in the United States or the White House, all their stuff is encrypted where you can't use that data. So if you have a secure network at home, there are certain things that you can't use. Well, me, I post all these videos on YouTube. Guess what? YouTube gets to see all that and build off of things that I do, things that you do, things that everybody does on our everyday lives to build their AI parameter there, which I believe that we all should be getting a cut of this money. These companies are banking billions of dollars a year using all of our information. Again, we're not stealing from, like, if we create a song on Sunu, we're not stealing from Taylor Swift. We're not stealing from uh, Jay-Z. We're not stealing from any of these, ACDC or any of these companies. It's just taking all that information and it's making its own out of hearing it all. So it'd be no different than you watching, or you have a picture on the wall of Bugs Bunny, and you sit down with a piece of paper and you literally draw that Bugs Bunny, but then you added some fangs to it. It's Halloween time, so you added some fangs, you added a cape, and you made him a costume on that Bugs Bunny, right? That's all AI is doing. It's taking what is out there and turning it around and making its own. So that's where the parameters come in, like the 30 billion, 40 billion, 50 billion. That's where all that lies. So on Hugging Face, you can sit here and tell it what parameters you want. So me, I have a 4090, and someone can correct me in the comments if I'm mistaken on this, that might know a little bit more than I do, but mine is about 14 billion parameters is what the 4090 can really handle without struggling too much and without it going overboard. So if you have something like a 3060, 3080, 4060, 4080, I would try to keep yours 6 to 12 parameters somewhere in here, maybe 9 billion parameters. But again, I keep mine around 24 billion and then I'll start looking. So now I can sit here on Hugging Face and here is my models. These are models that I can use, and there's over 100 of them here. Okay, so I can build my own chat GBT locally right here. Here's my Quinn for my images. This is text generation. So there is so many different things that you can do. Actually, this is all for, like chat GBT. So I can come here any to any image. So here's my images, Google Gma 3, and it's built on the 4 billion parameter. So that's how you start looking at everything. Text to image. Here's some more right here and what it can do. Image to text. Again, same thing, image to image. These are some of these that you can come in here. Let's click on this one right here, and it shows you what it is, what it can create. And then when you come down here, it'll tell you your editing and what you need. Don't so much worry about the code that it's giving you. These are codes that you can put in and do, okay? Don't worry about the code so much. A lot of people are getting into it. So the other question I have is about the quantize, okay? So basically, what quantize is say someone, oh, I'm trying to think of somebody, Midjourney or Sora, they have something like 500 billion parameters where they're using because they literally have these server systems that have literally hundreds of these video cards that are just basically paralleled in there, and they're able to make this massive. Okay, so I know 500 billion is not going to run on my little bitty 4090 sitting here, right? So what someone does is they go, okay, look, we want the government, we want the population to have a little bit of this. Let's go ahead and give them and see what they can do, and they'll release it. Or somebody will say, these people should be just making all this money on this. People should be able to do this at home as well. So what they'll do is they'll say, okay, I'm stealing this, or they'll give it, which normally it's they give it, and it's always underneath the Apache 2.0 license. So once that happens, then someone that is very smart, way smarter than me, a billion times smarter than me, they'll go in and they'll sit there and they'll code this out, and they'll take they at that 500 billion, they were given say 100 billion of information to play with. That way they're not taken away from their pocketbook, right? And their monies. And now they're able to quantize that and turn it into something like a 2 billion or 1 billion, or whatever. They're able to base it off of that and make their own code for it and give it to us consumers to use. So hopefully that makes some sense of what the quantized version models are on this. So like this one right here, diffusion plus flux models, Black Forest Labs, which was it is and was one of the biggest ones. So whenever you're looking for downloads, if you see the Q before anything, that means that it was a quantized version. Me, I want at least 8-bit. Again, start thinking about video games back to Nintendo versus a PS5 or an Xbox. Your 8-bit versus your 16-bit. Me, I like my 16s. This is where I try to stay, but look at the file difference. 12 to 23. I'm not saying you're not going to get a good image out of this quantize 8 right here, okay? but I'm going to get double of what you're going to get as far as it, but you can still do upscaling and everything else. That's just one scenario, one outlook on it. Also, right here next to model card, you can go to the files. Here is every file that is needed. Okay. Don't mean that you need to go download all this. Do not download all this. Download what you want. Do you want the quantized 2, 3, 4, 5, 8? Me, I go, of course, because I got the 4090. I'll go with this 8 right here, and it's the context. But this is the one that I have, which if you're already in Comfy, I already closed it out for right now. That way it's not struggling. But if you already have Comfy installed, it's there. If you're really, I'm being for real. If you're trying to get way technical into this, I'm not going to do that in this video. And a lot of us creators or people that are out here showing this, we can't literally break everything down to you because for one, we only know the basis, the backbone, the basis of how to do a lot of this. Some of us are smarter and we know that there's more to it than that. But if you're wanting to break down to the actual codec part of it, man, you need to go to school for that and start learning. And then again, because AI is going to take over the world. I don't care. Now, I've seen a commercial the other day. It was about a plumbing. Like, hey, there ain't no AI coming in and do your plumbing at your house, right? But now, like my wife, she does a lot of typing and a lot of clerical type work. Well, guess what? AI can do that. I do reviews of products. This is a stack of reviews I do for products. Guess what? AI can do that now. They can make an agent and do their own product review and make it where it looks like a real person reviewing that. And then who needs me or any other influencer out here? So a lot of our jobs are at stake if the government don't step in and say, okay, hey, we got to stop this. Enough is enough. This have it to play with, have it as a hobby, like a drone, or a remote control car, a hobby. Don't make it where it becomes an everyday life ordeal and everybody is putting AI on everything, which is making everybody want to do everything AI. So yes, Hugging Face is one of your biggest, best places to be at for any of this. If you keep it at the 12 or, like me, no more, even a 5090, I wouldn't go past that 24 billion parameter. So the other one is Git. So Git is your other one. So let's just go ahead and type in Comfy. So if you type in Comfy org, this brings you straight to the Comfy page. Again, here's their UI, the core Comfy repo. And once you click on it, it's going to bring you over to their download and everything else of what my first video was and how you actually get it in here. But this right here is literally can be a lifesaver too, depending on what you're doing. You can come in here and find so many different things. Other people are in here talking, uh, commenting. You can reach out to people on here. There's so much you can do in here. So the next one is going to be Civic AI. Civic AI now is you need to watch what you do in Civic AI. I'm not sure how safe and secure Civic AI is. I've used it and I get a lot of my LoRAs from here. So say you want your image to look like this right here. It'll tell you how it was created and what LoRa. So if I click on, so they took this picture to make this picture. So if I click on this picture here, normally it will show right here what prompt, what the scale was, what the steps were, what the seed was, what checkpoint. This was done by Quinn. So, and if you want to know what checkpoint you're in, up here at the filters, okay? So time period, all time, this month, this week, today, you can come right here. So I want to do this month. I want Quinn. Let's do flux context right here. You got so many different things. So I have that right there checked. So now this is for Flux and for Quinn. So anything that I click on in here will be only for those two. So if I click right here, this is a checkpoint merge. How to use this brings you straight back over to Git. This is what I was talking about. You need to have a Git account. So again, it's going to tell you what all you need to do. Download LoRa. LoRa goes in the LoRa folder. And it literally is going to tell you what you need to do, what models you need to download, and where to put them at. So this one here is going to go to Stable Diffusion, models and Stable Diffusion. And if you look at that file size, 38, but it is a checkpoint merge. Some of these will be modified. This is just a LoRa. If you want this style right here, you can do this in 8 steps. Anything that you can get in a 8-step format and actually come out with a good image is what you want, because that is your fastest images that you can possibly create. And that's just breaking down Hugging Face, GitHub, and Civic AI. It just gives you a starting point to start really going in and reading. Go ahead, leave your comments down below, ask your questions down there, or other video ideas down there. I'll go through some here pretty soon about like your K sampler, what things mean what on your K sampler. I'm going to break it down where other people don't, because obviously other people don't and people want this in video form. So really and truly, it's really not that hard. And with ComfyUI now versus where it was a year ago, you click on that Comfy, you click on browse templates. Once you click it, it's there for you. Just create your image or your video and be done. You shouldn't have to worry about it no more at that point of where does my CFs need to be? Where does my steps need to be? It already had it, it already put what need to be where it need to be put. Do not, or try your best to do not just watch these videos on YouTube and it gets you to go to their Discord and you're downloading all their stuff off their Discord, because I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to be hacked. Ask me how I know. Like literally, ask me how I know. I don't know if that's actually how I got hacked. It was just so happened that time was going on where I was actually following somebody on Discord, and there was just so many. I mean, thousands of downloads of their JSON file, and that's what you need to find. You need to find a lot of JSON files. If you can do it right, you can learn to talk to AI. You can have AI actually build you JSON files and then download them. But I would try your best to grab the JSON files that you can. So real quick, give me a sec. I know we're already past 20 minutes. I'm going to show you something real quick for JSON files. All right, so I opened up my ComfyUI real quick, and then I also have Civic AI opened up on my other screen right here. So I'm going to take this picture from Civic AI, and I'm going to go ahead and drag it right here. And look, it says that I do have missing nodes. So you can literally go to Civic AI, drag an image that you like, and then come in here and try to find all the missing nodes. So custom nodes, missing. Here's all the missing nodes for this. Now I can go ahead and install these missing nodes right here. So I just wanted to show that real quick, because a lot of those images off of Civic AI are JSON files. So you can just pull them over, download them, whatever you want, but you can just download that image and then bring it over, drag and drop, and you can start producing images off of from Civic AI, and then go download the models or whatever that it needs. But then you have that image of what you did. And once you create an account, you can save that image or save that file that you want. That way you can always go back to it later on after you download your models, your checkpoints, LoRAs, so on and so on, and put it straight in. And then it makes it for you. Puts all the noodles where it needs to be, everything. Everything's done for you. But yeah, go ahead and like and subscribe. I'm going to be bringing some more, tips like this right here for ComfyUI. 100%. It's not as hard as what people think. People look at the codes, they look at everything, and they freak out. I did too. I 100% did. We're past 20 minutes now. I'm Thomas with Tomology. Catch you in the next one. I do have Smart Home Wednesdays, Software Tuesdays. This one here I'm just throwing out just in the middle of the week. I like content creating. I like giving honest reviews. I like giving my ology to certain things and to help people out. That is literally what I'm here for. I'm a normal person just like you. I'm over here. I got my water. I got to drink. I got to go bathroom. I got to do this. I got to do that. I'm disabled, and this is what I have. This is my brain is what I have to offer, and my honest opinion on products, like products over here, is what I have to offer. And now that I have companies that are signing on with me and sending me some of their samples to show you all, and I give 100% honest reviews. I'm not one of the ones that are out here just to tell you, hey, this is good, just so that company can send me more products. That's why I started this. I got tired of that. I got tired of buying 5, 10 different monitors in a month. My wife and my daughter were like, how many monitors do you need to go through? I would watch videos after videos after videos and see these, and I'm like, man, that looks good. That looks good. And then go buy it. And it's like, this is dog water. This is literally swamp water up a dog's butt. Like it is gone. It is beyond gone. But anyways, one more time, I'm Thomas. Thank you for joining. Go ahead and check out this video right here. Go ahead. Click right here.